The balancing figure of retiring partner will be transferred to his loan account. It will not be carried on because this retiring partner will not continue in the business. Now, what is the journal entry when or during the retirement of a partner when there is valued goodwill? So, your credit side is more than debit side in your revaluation account. So, what does it mean? It is revaluation profit. If they have given valued goodwill, first take the share of retiring partner and distribute that. Hello everyone, I am Arshita, lecturer, Department of Commerce, Vidyashram PU College, the Temple of Excellence, Mysore. Today we are in the third session of chapter 4, that is from part A, retirement of a partner. So my dear students, we have already discussed what do you mean by gain ratio, how to calculate gain ratio, and what is the difference between sacrifice ratio as well as gain ratio. In today's session, we shall discuss what are the final accounts as well as statement that has to be prepared even during retirement of a partner. Of course, when a partner retires from a partnership firm, so whatever the amount that has to be given to him, so that has to be given by the partnership firm. For that, a proper accounts has to be prepared. Let us see what are the accounts that has to be prepared during retirement of a partner. So, here also the same revaluation account, partners capital account as well as balance sheet has to be prepared. As I told you, if you learn the admission chapter, so it's very easy to solve the problems in retirement because it is quite similar, only few changes you have to make. Of course, we are going to prepare revaluation account, so you know about revaluation account, right? So here also we are going to record increase or decrease in the value of assets as well as liability. So if any value of asset as well as or if any asset or liability have increased or decreased, so that we are going to record under revaluation account. But there is a slight difference here. In revaluation account, that is in retirement of a partner, you will transfer the revaluation profit or loss to all the partners. So what is the difference? You will transfer to all the partners. Whereas in admission, you are going to transfer only to the old partners, not for the new partners, because that assets and liability does not belong to the new partner. But not in a case of retirement. So here, these assets and liability belongs to the retiring partner also. So we have to transfer this revaluation profit and loss to all the partner including retiring partner. And in partners capital account, so as usual, like admission, you are going to prepare partners capital account for all the partner including retiring partner also. But there is a difference here. Here, the items like general reserve, profit and loss account or any other fund, in admission you will transfer only to the old partners. But here you will transfer to all the partner including retiring partner also, because retiring partner is also part of that reserve or part of that profit. So you will transfer to all the partners in their profit sharing ratio. And here the balancing figure of retiring partner will be transferred to his loan account. It will not be carried on because this retiring partner will not continue in the business. So he is going out of the business. So that amount, so whatever the amount or the balancing figure of partner's capital account will be transferred to his loan account. So this is a difference under partner's capital account. And the next statement to be prepared is balance sheet. So you know about balance sheet. So here also you are going to record all the assets as well as liability, and if there is any fluctuation in assets and liability, you have to decrease or add, like depreciation, appreciation, provisions. So such type of adjustment have to be made in the balance sheet, and you will refer your old balance sheet and prepare the new balance sheet of the firm. So these are the accounts as well as statement that has to be prepared under retirement of a partner. Hope you have understood. Now we shall directly go through a 12 marks question. So my dear students, I have already told you it's an alternative question. If they ask 12 marks from admission, then you will not get a 12 marks from retirement. So they will get or they will ask 6 marks from retirement. Clear? In the same way, if they ask 6 marks from admission, then you will get 12 marks from retirement. So it has a alternative. So either you will get 6 marks or 12 marks. In the same way from both the chapters. So it is a alternative chapters, that is admission as well as retirement. Both are similar. Only few changes you have to make in the accounts. Now we shall directly go through the question here. A, B and C. So this is a problem of 12 marks. A, B and C are partners sharing profit and loss in the ratio 2:2:1. So how it can be written in the form of fraction? That is 2 by 2 plus 2 plus 1. 2 by 5, 2 by 5 and 1 by 5. Clear? Who are the partners? A, B and C. So this is of A and this is of B and this is of C. And they have given their profit sharing ratio. On 31st/3/2020, the balance sheet was as follows. They have given the balance sheet also, that is before the retirement of a partner. So if you see the liability, we are having bills payable 18,000, creditors 25,500, then outstanding salary 4,500. Capital they have given 48,000, 36,000 and 30,000. We are also having general reserve 54,000. So the total of liability is 2,16,000. Now coming to the asset side, we are having cash at bank 6,000, debtors 45, stock 66,000, machinery 27,000, furniture 7,500. Building 60,000 and we are having profit and loss account also. So be careful, profit and loss account is in the asset side, that is 4,500 and the total of both the side is 2,16,000. Now we shall go through the adjustment here. On 1/4/2020, Mr. B, now B is a partner, he has retired from the business and the following revaluations were agreed upon. Let us see. Now B retires from a partnership firm. Who are the partners? A, B and C. Now B is going to retire from the partnership firm. Let us see what are the conditions here. Building is to be appreciated by 20%. So here also increase in asset. Appreciation means what? Increase in the value of building. To what extent? By 20%. So increase in asset. So where do we record? In revaluation account. Next, machinery and stock to be depreciated by 5%. So decrease in the value of asset. That is machinery and stock. The value of machinery and stock have decreased by 5%. So decrease in asset. So we'll record in revaluation account once and once we'll deduct in the balance sheet. So this adjustment also once in revaluation account and once we'll add in the balance sheet. Next, RBD at 6% on debtors. Now if you see the balance sheet, they have not given reserve for bad debts. RBD is nothing but what? Reserve for bad debts. They have not given here. Now they are telling that we have to create RBD on 6%, at 6% on debtors. So whatever which is deducted from debtors, it is treated as liability. So now RBD is a liability, a new liability have entered into the business. So increase in liability. Increase in liability, where do we record? In revaluation account and it has to be recorded in the balance sheet, that is deducted from debtors. Next, goodwill of the firm is valued at rupees 90,000. Now they have given valued goodwill. Now what is the journal entry when or during the retirement of a partner when there is valued goodwill? So your entry will be remaining partners capital account, remaining partners capital account data to retiring partners capital account, to retiring partners capital account. Now what would be the entry? Who is the remaining partner? So A and C. A is capital account data, C is capital account data. Now who is the retiring partner? B. B is capital account. So let us see how we are going to calculate this. Next, they have asked us to prepare revaluation account, partners capital account as well as balance sheet. So this is balance sheet. So we have to prepare revaluation account, partners capital account as well as balance sheet of the firm after the retirement of a partner. Now we shall go through revaluation account directly. You know the format of revaluation account, same as your admission. So you'll be having debit as well as credit side. Under debit side particulars, amount, and the credit side also particulars and amount. Now what you are going to record in your debit side? A minus L plus. So if any asset value have decreased and liability value have increased, you are going to record in the debit side. In the same way, credit side, A plus L minus. So if any asset value have increased and liability value have decreased, you are going to record in the credit side. And suppose there is unrecorded liability, you will record in the debit side. If there is any unrecorded asset, you will record in the credit side. Now we shall go through the adjustment. So building to be appreciated by 20%. So increase in asset. So what is the value of building? So building value is how much? 60,000. So to what extent it has increased? By 20%. So 60,000 into 20%. So where you are going to record? In the credit side. That is by building account 60,000 into 20%. So how much you'll get? 12,000. Now coming to the next adjustment, that is machinery and stock to be depreciated by 5%. In the sense, the asset value have decreased. So decrease in asset. So where do you record? In the debit side of a revaluation account. Now what is the value of machinery? That is in the balance sheet. 27,000 into, what is the percentage? 5%. So to machinery account, 27,000 into 5%. So you'll get 1,350. And the next one is what? Stock by 5%. Let us see what is the value of stock. 66,000 into 5%. So to stock 66,000 into 5%, you'll get 3,300. And the next one, RBD at 6% on debtors. So increase in liability. So I have already told you, increase in liability, where do you record? In the debit side. Now what is the debtors? So debtors is 45,000. What is the percentage? 6%. So 45,000 into 6%. To reserve for bad debts, 45,000 into 6%. So you'll get 2,700. Next, goodwill will record in partners capital account. Now we are done with revaluation account. So we have to balance both the side, and the balancing figure will be either revaluation profit or revaluation loss, and that has to be transferred to all the partners including retiring partner in their profit sharing ratio. Now if you see the credit side, so it is 12,000. Whereas in the debit side, so we are having 1,350, 3,300 and 2,700. So when you see both the side, you will get a balancing figure of 4,650. So write 12,000 both the side. That is the amount which is greater. So credit side is greater. Write 12,000 both the side minus 2,700, 3,300 and 1,350. You will get the balancing figure 4,650. So your credit side is more than debit side in your revaluation account. So what does it mean? It is revaluation profit. So transfer that revaluation profit to all the partner A, B and C in their profit sharing ratio 2:2:1. So, to profit transfer to partners capital account 4,650 into 2 divided by 5, you'll get 1,860, 1,860 and 930. That is in their ratio. That is 2:1. So, this is their profit sharing ratio which is given in the question. So, they have given 2:1. So, we will get how much? 1,860, 1,860 and 930. Now we shall prepare partners capital account. So you know the format of partners capital account. So we'll be having debit as well as credit side. Under debit side, particulars A, B and C. So you have to draw column for each partner including retiring partner also. In the same way, credit side, particulars A, B and C. So the first thing is that as usual, you have to bring the balance. That is capital of all the partners. So how to write? By balance brought down. So what it is? Capital of partners. So here the capital of the partner will be given in the balance sheet. Now go through the balance sheet here. So they have given 48,000, 36,000 and 30,000. So take that balance and record it as by balance brought down in the partner's capital account. So by balance brought down, 48,000 for A, 36,000 for B and 30,000 for C. And the next one is as usual revaluation account balance. So if you see our revaluation account, it is profit and we have distributed that profit 1,860 and 930. So take that revaluation profit. So how to take? That is by revaluation account. So by revaluation account, so what it is? It is profit. So what is a profit? 1,860, 1,860 and 930. Next, as usual, we'll check your balance sheet whether there is any reserve, fund as well as profit and loss account. Now go through the balance sheet. Check whether there is any reserve, fund as well as profit and loss account. Yes, in the liability side, we have general reserve of 54,000. So we have to transfer this 54,000 to all the partners including retiring partner in their old profit sharing ratio. In the same way, if you see the asset, here there is profit and loss account. That is 4,500. So we have to take this profit and loss account to the debit side of partners capital account. So we have to take this profit and loss account to the debit side of partners capital account. In the same way, general reserve will be taken to the credit side of partners capital account. Now go through the partners capital account. Yes, we shall record the general reserve here by general reserve account. So 54,000 is a general reserve. What is a profit sharing ratio? 2:2:1. So if you distribute, you'll get 21,600, 21,600 and 10,800. In the same way, we had profit and loss account in the asset side. So take that profit and loss account to the debit side of partners capital account. So to profit and loss account 4,500 into 2:2:1. That is their profit sharing ratio. So 1,800, 1,800 and 900. So here, as I told you, we have to distribute to all the partners. Next, what you have to do, now we shall come to the goodwill treatment. Now, what is a firm's goodwill? What is a valued goodwill? That is 90,000 is a valued goodwill. Now, what we have to do? We have to take only retiring partner share of goodwill. That is how much? What is the retiring partner share? That is 2/5. So 2/5. So I'll get 36,000. Now this 36,000 has to be distributed among the remaining partners in which ratio? So their ratio is 2:2:1. Now B retires. What is the remaining ratio? 2:1. So this has to be distributed in 2:1 ratio. So what we have to do? They have given the valued goodwill 90,000. Take the retiring partner share of goodwill 2/5. So I'll get 36,000. Distribute this 36,000 in remaining ratio. That is 2:1. 2:1 ratio. It's nothing but what? Gain ratio. So we have to distribute in gain ratio. So when you distribute, let us see what is the amount we'll get. So that is, you know the entry. I have already told you. Remaining partners capital account data to retiring partners capital account. So by A's capital account, by C's capital account. So 36,000 is the retiring partner share of goodwill. So distribute in gain ratio. So gain ratio is how much? 2:1. So how much you will get? 24,000 as well as 12,000. And drag that amount in retiring partners column. That is 24,000 and 12,000. And the half of the next entry is what? That is remaining partners capital account data to retiring partners capital account. Who retires? B. So to B's capital account. So 24,000 for A and 12,000 for C. So we have already calculated. So post that amount 24,000 as well as 12,000. Now we are done with this partners capital account. So as usual, we have taken the old partners. That is all partners capital as by balance brought down. Next revaluation account balance by revaluation account. Next we have seen whether there is any reserve, fund as well as profit and loss account. And if you find such type of item, we have to transfer to all the partner including retiring partner also in their old profit sharing ratio. Next is treatment of goodwill. If they have given valued goodwill, first take the share of retiring partner and distribute that among the remaining partner in which ratio? In gain ratio. So here the gain ratio was 2:1. That is remaining partners capital account data to retiring partners capital account. So this would be your entry. Now balance both the side and the balancing figure will be carried down only that of remaining partner. Retiring partner's balancing figure will be transferred to his loan account. Now if you see the debit side here, that is 1,800 plus 24,000. So how much you'll get? 25,800 is that of A. Whereas that of B is how much? 1,800 and C is 12,900 in the debit side. Whereas coming to the credit side, the total of A is how much? That is 71,460. That of B is 95,460 and that of C is 41,730. So this is a total. Now here if you take that of A, 71,460 and 25,800. So 71,460 is greater, right? 71,460 minus 25,800, you'll get a balancing figure of 45,660. So here since he is not a retiring partner, so his amount has to be carried down. That is, a balancing figure has to be carried down. Now take that of C first. So here the total of debit side is 12,900 whereas credit side is 41,730. So write 41,730 both the side because it is greater, minus 12,900, you'll get 28,830. So that amount also should be carried on because C is not a retiring partner. Now come to the retiring partner. In the debit side of B is 1,800 whereas credit side is 95,460. So write 95,460 both the side minus 1,800, you'll get a balancing figure of 93,660. Now what we are going to do with 93,660? It has to be transferred to his loan account. That is to B's loan account. How much? 93,660. And make sure that before you are going to write the balancing figure of remaining partner, before that you have to record the balancing figure of retiring partner, that is transferring to his loan account. That is, before this carried down, you have to write this loan account. So this is about partner's capital account. Next, balance sheet. Now we shall prepare the balance sheet as on 1/4/2020 on the date of retirement as usual. So we used to prepare in admission also, right? So we will refer our old balance sheet and we will record each and every item. In the same way here also we have to refer our old balance sheet, write each item one by one. If there is any adjustment, we have to make the adjustment. Now go through the balance sheet. Yes, first one is cash at bank. So let us see whether there is any fluctuation in cash. So there is no fluctuation in cash. So we'll record the same item, that is 6,000. And the next one is debtors, 45,000. But there is a provision, right? So provision of 6% on debtors. So we have already recorded in the revaluation account. Deduct that provision. So debtors 45,000 less RBD 2,700, so we'll get 42,300. In the same way, next one. So we have stock 66,000, but there is a depreciation, right? So depreciation by 5%. So we have already recorded in a revaluation account. So how much? 3,300. So deduct that 3,300 in the balance sheet. So stock 66,000 less depreciation 5%. So we got 3,300. So the total is 62,700. Moving on to the next one. So we have machinery 27,000. Let us see any adjustment. Yes, there is a depreciation of 5%. So deduct that depreciation. So depreciation on machinery is how much? 1,350. So we have to deduct that. So machinery 27,000. Here there is a depreciation of 5%, 1,350. So the total is 25,650. And the next one. Yes, we have furniture 7,500, but there is no adjustment relating to furniture. So what you have to do, directly write the amount. So furniture 7,500. Next item, that is building 60,000, but there is an appreciation of 20%. So we have already recorded here, that is 12,000. So add that 12,000. So building 60,000, add 20% depreciation, 12,000 will get 72,000. And the next item is what? Profit and loss account. So we will not take profit and loss account in the balance sheet because we have already distributed in partners capital account. Now come to the liability side. We are having bills payable. So there was no adjustment relating to bills payable, even creditors also 25,500, even outstanding salary. So there was no adjustment relating to these three items. So we'll take it as directly to the new balance sheet. Bills payable 18,000, creditors 25,500 as well as outstanding salary 4,500. Now, so we are done with that. So general reserve we are not going to take in the new balance sheet because we have already distributed in partners capital account, and this capital we are not going to take because we have already recorded in partners capital account. So which is a new capital that has to be recorded? That is a balancing figure of partners capital account. Now go through partners capital account here. So first we have to record this retiring partners loan, that is B's loan account. So we have to take that in the balance sheet. So B's loan 93,660. Next we have to take this as capital. So capital of A is 45,660 and that of C is 28,830. So 45,660 and 28,830. Add these two and write in the outer column 74,490. So if you add all the liabilities, you will get 2,16,150. In the same way, if you add all the assets also, it should be equal 2,16,150. So as I told you, it's similar to the admission chapter. Only thing is that here under revaluation account, you have to transfer revaluation account balance to all the partner including new partner. In partners capital account also, if there is any reserve fund as well as profit and loss account and the capital, so it has to be taken to all the partners. And accounting treatment of goodwill we have learned. So what is the entry? Remaining partners capital account data to retiring partners capital account. And the balancing figure of retiring partner will be transferred to his loan account. Rest of the partner's amount will be carried down and it will be taken as capital in the balance sheet. And here also in balance sheet we have to take the retiring partner's loan also. And your balance sheet remains same. So if there is any fluctuation, you have to make that fluctuation. Other than that, the items will be same of that old balance sheet. So my dear students, in my next session we shall continue with one more problem on retirement of a partner. Hope you have understood today's session, that is calculation or preparation of final account as well as statement which has to be prepared during retirement of a partner. As I told you, this is a very important 12 marks question. So my dear students, hope you have understood the session. See you all in my next session. Till then, take care. Thank you.